Shalom. I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach double honors to the elders and apostles at GMS for teaching me his truth and rule well. Citations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom, Labakarim, Wabarakim, Shami Asharallah. I send peace and blessings to the nation of Israel and the Lashon Kodash, aka the ancient Hebrew. So, in this lesson, I'm going to get into how the end of America, or so-called America, which we know as Babylon the Great, or ancient Egypt, not ancient Egypt, Slakia, Egypt, is basically the revival of Egypt and Babylon the Great, and Rome. So, this is the end of this empire is coming, man. It's coming. We gotta hold steadfast in this truth to the end, alright? And get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding now. So pursuant to Isaiah 33:6, that way we can be stable in Jacob's trouble, which is basically going to be the refining of the elect, which is going to refine us as gold, but we're going to be preserved to the end. Obviously, there's going to be martyrs. People are going to die for this wisdom, die for this truth, Salakia, die for this word, there's going to be martyrs. But ultimately, pursuant to Psalms 34:7, the angels campeth around them that fear him, fear the name. Roughly paraphrasing, I'm gonna get it. So I won't just, butcher the scripture. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him and delivereth them. Yeah, so if that is your lot to be a martyr, you're gonna have angels that are gonna be, making sure that you hold fast to the end, that you can give up the spirit, you can give up the ghost. All right, so ultimately, the electing are being good case in these days. The 2/3 they're through. They're through. Nothing more to that. They're through. But we just gotta stick to this word, which is Slakia. Gonna keep us, this word is gonna keep us stable. While everybody else is gonna be, losing their minds. Alright, Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So you should treat this word and this truth as a treasure, man. Alright, you shouldn't treat it as like a hobby, because this is your main job. Alright, this is your main job. This word. Alright, so and if you have this word, if you have this understanding, hold fast, because pretty soon you're gonna need it. Our people are gonna come to you and you're gonna fulfill Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, and let us be called by thy name to take our approach. So in that day, man, woman, you woman, you guys got, yeah, you guys gonna be thirsty. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna be thirsty for a man of the Lord in that day. Alright. This is probably gonna be, fulfilled sooner than people think. So I'm hopping to the scripts now, Slakia. 2nd Ezra 9:6. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. So this is basically pursuing to how America, aka Babylon the Great, aka Egypt, is gonna, it ain't gonna be no plain World War II, World War I ending, man. It's gonna be chariots, it's gonna be fire, or there's gonna be spiritual power, people flying, the elect men of the Lord gonna get power. Or it's gonna be, natural disasters, it'll be earthquakes. It's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be big. Alright, it's gonna be on a mass scale. It ain't just gonna be in America, it's gonna be happening all over the world. But the main stage is America. This is where the main deliverance is gonna happen. Obviously the elect is gonna be, received from all of the earth. If there's elect in, there might be some of the elect in Germany, some of the elect in, Holland, some elect in England. Who knows, man? Alright. We were scattered, so there could be all everywhere. Even some in Africa. Who knows? But I'm gonna get so-called Africa, aka the land of Ham. But it is, we were scattered, so it's a very, very good, very, very reasonable to say that there could be Israelites in the land of Ham. But yeah, I'm gonna get into Hebrews 8 and 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So, yeah, man. As if you read the Bible, and you get into the scriptures, you would always notice that they're always focusing on one nation. Not They don't say with the house of the world. They don't say with the house of human beings. They say with the house of Israel, which is a very specific people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners, who's decided by the seed of your father, going back to Numbers 1 and 18. So it's a very specific people. But going into Baruch, Slakia, going into Baruch 2 and 29. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this great multitude shall be turned to a small number among the nations where I was scattered, and so we were scattered. All right, we were scattered among the nations. And let me just get that, prove that. And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste. That's not the one I wanted. Slakia. I think it's something that could be. Anyways, as you can see, there's a lot of scriptures about us being scattered among the heathen, and us being sifted throughout the heathen, and ultimately, if you resonate with this truth, and you don't look like a so-called Negro, there's a very good chance he could be. You see, you could go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's all about the spirit, The house of Israel is known for their sauce, we're the salt of the earth. So you will have so-called Edomites, so-called white people, who might have that salt, that Shazam, but they look like a so-called Edomite. They'll probably be Israelite. All right, if that's hard to receive, then just pray for that understanding. But Slovakia, I've been holding up the main topic on here, which is the end of America. But the Spirit leads us. This is really of me. This is of Yahweh Shai. So He'll lead me wherever He wants. Deuteronomy. Slovakia. I just got done from eating. But Deuteronomy 6 and 22. And the Lord showed signs and wonders, great and sore, upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household before our eyes. So the reason I brought this up is because obviously it's talking about ancient Egypt, but it's also referring to modern day Egypt, which is America. And I'll show you why. Because going back to 2nd Ezra 9:6, Yahweh likes a nation to be ended in effects and signs. Alright? Fears. Hold on, Slacky. Let me find back the scripture. Oh yeah, and the Lord showed signs and wonders. So, every time the Lord took down a nation, or took down an empire, it was always in a great effect. Alright, it was always big, great. Let's go into that word great. I had it lined up, so Slacky, so I go back. Yeah. Alright, great. Of an extent, amount, or intensity considerably above the normal of our average. So, Yahweh Bashim Yashar is going to end America, so-called America, aka Babylon the Great or Egypt, in a very intense way, in a very above the average way. Alright, second definition. Of ability, quality, or immense, considerably above the normal of average. So Yahweh Bashim Yashar is going to hit America with that, so-called America, is going to hit America, Babylon the Great, with that quality, pestilence, quality death. Everything's up equality. Alright, the adverb. Excellently, very well. a great or distinguished person, which is ultimately Yahushua, who's going to come down from the sea, aka from space, in a chariot, which the world ignorantly calls UFO, and who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which we know by the name of Yahushua. Alright, Yahawashai, Yahawashai. Yahawashai, yeah, that's it. So yeah, Yahushua, that's his true name. Slaki. And I'm gonna get into why this Deuteronomy 6:22 actually is also referring. It's a multifold. It's also referring to modern day. I'm getting Ecclesiastes 1:9. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So obviously, all these scriptures, all these events, accounts of Egypt getting hit with pestilence, death, is not new. All right, it's gonna happen again, because there's nothing new under the sun. So that won't be something new. Which meaning, America ending won't be anything new either. It basically already happened to ancient Egypt, but this is gonna be the last war, so it's gonna be obviously gonna be like no new thing. It's gonna be like nothing that ever happened to the earth. So it's gonna be big, but it's not a new. All right. So this is a quick lesson. Quick lesson. And I didn't want to drag you guys on too long, but we just gotta. We're near. All right. I can feel it. We're near. Once Esau took out the white man and the elites, the Rothschilds, the Gettysburgs, and etc. Slocky if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but once they try to enforce that chip, that's when That's when Slocky, Second Ezra 9:1 kicks in. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. So when we see the elites trying to make their big move, which is their big move, is ultimately the chip. When we see them try to enforce that, which they already are with the digital currency, they're trying to convert the digital currency, which is one of the ways that they're enforcing it right now. But once they actually mention chip, once they actually refer to a chip directly, that's when we know that Second Ezra 9 and Second Ezra 16, as my brother Madatazak Shalom Yahbashim Shabrakata, he made a video on that about Second Ezra 16 is going to take place. Or sword is sent upon you, a fire, plagues, an arrow, aka the ICBM missiles. All right, this is the end of America. I'm not gonna read it because I don't want to drag on the lesson too long. But I'm gonna read down the. I'm gonna read some verses, but you guys can read it on your own time. But Second Ezra 16:1 will be unto thee Babylon, and Asia will be unto thee Egypt and Assyria. Slovakia, Syria, not Assyria, Syria, the Syria plan will be unto thee Babylon, and Asia will be unto thee Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent among you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion and the wood, or may anyone quench the fire of Salakia, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow, what is shot, that is shot a strong archer? Salakia, read it again. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty power, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? So yeah, Yahweh Bashim Yashai is the one sending these plagues. Ultimately, Yahweh Bashim Yashai uses Esau. He displays his power through Esau, but everything is of Yahweh Bashim Yashai. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not? Slaki, I skipped the verse. A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? The fire is ultimately referring to Jacob's trouble. It's going to be fire, which is also referring to another scripture, Slakia, saying, obviously, Yahushua is going to come back and give America, so-called America, Babylon the Great, that last finishing blow. But when he comes, it's already been prophesied that's already going to be kindled. It's already prophesied that even before he comes, the earth is already gonna be kindled. Slakia. I thought I had it. Yeah. Alright, Slakia, I found it. Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? So yeah, even before Yahushua comes back, the earth is gonna be in great. It's gonna be fire. It's already gonna be burning. All right. Even before Yahushua comes back, America's already gonna look like it's done. It's over. Right now, America's on the life support. As I saw a thumbnail earlier of Uncle Stan, Uncle Sam, whatever his fucking name is, on life support. That ultimately referring to America, near its death, which it is, you know. And it's Jacob's turn, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's our turn in a row. Esau, Esau's had his kingdom. Esau's had his hundreds of years of ruling. Now it's us to have eternal, eternal ruling. Ultimately, because we were already destined to be the rulers of the earth, not Esau. Esau is the basest of men, so I'm gonna get that after this. So, Esau ain't even that great like that. Esau ain't even like that good. Esau's he's just a puppet for Yahweh Bashim Yarashai, alright? Second Ezra 6:9. I probably got this earlier, but whatever. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, Akim and you little Agwath out there, it's our turn next rule, alright? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. It's our turn. And Israelite foreigners who is the seed is decided by your dad, Numbers 1:18. But yeah, it's our turn. Esau is the end of the world, and who knows? I mean, it's prophesied that even after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery for the heathen nations, Esau, the so-called white man, is gonna be cast out. But hopefully, you better hope he can mingle in with the Israelites. But who knows? After 1,000 years, we're gonna be fair with the heathen nations. That's after they go through what we went through. But that's after. But for 1,000 years, you heathen nations are gonna get beat in. I mean, I could sit here and talk about all the things he did to us. He lynched us, he killed us, he burnt us, set us on fire. Referring to Nero, the Roman emperor, who burnt Israelites and watched them burn. Best believe he's reincarnated today. Who knows who he is? But yeah, alright, I could go on and on. Put us on those nasty ass slave ships, ultimately killing millions of us. So you deserve everything that's coming for you. I mean, it's not like you don't deserve anything that's gonna happen to you. Alright, you deserve every last drop of blood of your nation. And I don't care. I don't care if you so-called white people try to apologize to us Israelites because a so-called sorry apologizing isn't gonna do it. I mean, that might make up for that isn't gonna make up for anything actually. I mean, after a while, after all the things you do to us, there's nothing else but to repay back with blood and death, a lot of death. All right, so you know, you saw white people you just gotta take the brunt, and you just gotta sit there and die, honestly. But that's another topic. That's another topic. It's lucky if dragging you guys on. I'm probably gonna end the video here. All right, so I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Raharak, I was lucky, Rahakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS for teaching me this truth and real well. Salutations to the hopeful elect at the four corners of the earth. Shalom, Wabakarim, Labarakim, Sayasar Allah. Abad Ba.